Buenos dias from Midtown. This is the Rorschach Spain update from the 15th of August, 2024. Quick summary of what's going down in Spain. First up, Charles Puigdemont, Catalan separatist leader and former Catalan president, made a surprise visit to Barcelona on Thursday, the 15th. Despite the risk of being arrested, the Catalan police made no significant effort to capture Puigdemont, citing challenges in executing the arrest during his public appearances. He has been wanted in Spain for the organization of Catalan independence referendum in 2017, which the central government deemed illegal and unconstitutional. His appearance came at a critical time, coinciding with the election of Salvador Illa as Catalonia's regional president, a key ally of Spanish President Pedro Sanchez. Everything went smoothly as Catalonia's parliament successfully elected Illa as planned, following an agreement between Sanchez's Socialist Party and the Catalan Republican Left Party. Next up, over 300 migrants have attempted to cross the Tarajal border between Morocco and the autonomous Spanish city of Ceuta. From Sunday the 11th to Monday the 12th, migrants surged across the border, overwhelming the Spanish Civil Guard and prompting joint efforts with Morocco's Royal Gendarme to prevent further crossings. Most migrants, including many minors, tried to swim from nearby Moroccan beaches, leading to numerous rescues at sea by border forces and lifeguards. Red Cross provided medical care, mainly treating cases of hypothermia and minor injuries. The wave of migration has strained Ceuta's resources, nearly 400 minors now in overcrowded shelters. Regional government is appealing for assistance from other Spanish communities, but responses have so far been limited as the situation intensifies security demands and highlights challenges of managing migration in the region. Looking to South America, a recent poll conducted by Sigmados for El Mundo, a social and marketing researcher, reveals that over 65% of Spanish people believe that the government should recognize the opposition's victory in Venezuela and reject Nicolas Maduro's re-election because it is so highly contested, although clearly Maduro lost. Since the election on the 28th of July, widespread protests have erupted over alleged fraud. Nicolas Maduro declared a 52% win, which is not what happened. The opposition says that they received 67% of the vote, sparking international criticism and demands for transparency. Sigmados' poll shows clear political divides in Spain. Over 87% of Vox voters support the opposition's win, while only 40% of Sumar voters support Maduro's resignation. This is a topical issue for Spain, as a significant Venezuelan population lives in the peninsula. Over 27,000 migrants have arrived in the last quarter of 2024 alone, second only behind Colombians. Moving on Tuesday the 13th, the search for a possible civil war mass grave began in Madrid's Monte Carmelo neighborhood, the first democratic-era excavation of its kind in the capital. Scientific Association Arquero Antro, contacted by the Ministry of Territorial Police and Democratic Memory, is conducting the excavation where 451 International Brigade members are interned, killed between 1936 and 7. They are believed to be buried there. The investigation follows a prolonged dispute between residents and the Madrid City Council over a proposed rubbish bin project. After bureaucratic delays, permits were secured, allowing Arquero Antro to proceed with the archaeological survey, which will include exploring 2 anomalies detected by ground-penetrating radar. Summer Olympic Games have come to an end, and with that, the Spanish team has gained a bunch of medals. La Roja clinched Olympic gold in football by defeating home team France 5-3 in extra time in a thrilling match at the Parc des Princes in Paris. Sergio Camello's 2 goals in extra time secured Spain's victory in a game that could have gone either way until right to the end. Football triumph added to Spain's impressive medal haul. The nation excelled across various sports, winning golds in water polo, triple jump, and sailing. Spain finished with a total of 22 medals, including 7 gold. Keeping with sport, UEFA has issued 1-match bans to Spain's Rodrigo Hernández Cascante and Alvaro Morata for chanting "Gibraltar is Spanish" during a Euro 2024 victory celebration in Madrid, directly violating codes about using events for non-sport purposes. The Gibraltar Football Association said it found the chants deeply offensive and filed a complaint. UEFA investigated and subsequently ruled that the players violated Article 11 of the disciplinary code. They've been banned from playing in Spain's Nations League opener against Serbia on the 5th of September. Oh no. And the incident further aggravates ongoing tensions between Spain and Gibraltar, a British overseas territory. Talk about everybody's favorite small talk subject, the weather. The summer's extreme weather marks the fourth heat wave to hit Spain this year, gripping northern Spain, pushing temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius and triggering extreme risk alerts in Cantabria and the Basque Country, traditionally cooler regions. Bilbao, one of the hardest hit cities, saw residents and tourists struggling to cope with the intense heat. Locals described the conditions as unbearable, with people avoiding streets and beaches. The Spanish Health Ministry advised the public to stay hydrated, seek shade, and take extra care of vulnerable groups such as the young and elderly. The state meteorological agency said the temperatures are predicted to start dropping next week, so a little bit of relief is expected. From one extreme to another, a forest fire near Corbalán in Teruel, Aragon, has spread across 280 hectares, prompting the deployment of the Civil Guard's explosives deactivation unit after several Civil War-era bombs were found in the area. Some explosives have already detonated in the fire, which is believed to have been started deliberately, is being investigated by Seprona, Spain's Nature Protection Services. The blaze has forced the closure of major roads and is being fought by firefighting teams, including the Aragon government's emergency services and the military emergency unit. Despite progress in containment, the fire remains uncontrolled. Authorities are optimistic about the situation, with ongoing efforts still underway. In art news, a major forgery bust has been solved after several months. The Historical Heritage Group of the National Police and Albacete Provincial Police seized 3 counterfeit Picasso paintings and 1 fake painting by Benjamin Palencia Perez, collectively worth over 13.5 million euros. 5 people have been arrested for fraud and intellectual property crimes. Despite knowing 1 painting was fake since 2016, the suspects tried to sell it for 10 million euros. The Palencia piece was confirmed as a forgery by the artist's great-nephew. The investigation, which started earlier this year with assistance from Picasso's heirs, wrapped up last weekend, proving once again that you can't outsmart art experts, particularly when they're related to the artist. Keeping within cultures, Spanish authorities are investigating a 39-year-old man from Los Villares, Jaén, for allegedly damaging ancient cave paintings in the Sierra Sur de Jaén by pouring water on them to capture clearer photos for social media. The man reportedly uploaded images to Facebook, prompting an investigation by the Nature Protection Services, Seprona. The cave paintings, which are protected by Spain's heritage laws, were created on limestone, and the water caused irreversible damage by dissolving salts on the rock, leaving harmful crusts as the water evaporated. Spain's Civil Guard has since urged the public to report any signs of vandalism to historical sites. Next up, according to environmental organization Greenpeace's Crisis a Toda Costa 2024 report, Spain's 8,000 kilometers of coastline are under imminent threat from rising sea levels, with serious impacts expected by 2030. Iconic cities like Barcelona, Vigo, and La Coruña, along with popular beaches, face severe risks from flooding, extreme weather, and mass tourism. The Mediterranean Sea is particularly vulnerable to warming and is expected to accelerate sea level rises. According to news outlet El Mundo, over 300,000 people in Spain live in high-risk flood areas, with coastal erosion worsening, especially in Andalusia, Valencia, Catalonia, and the Canary Islands. In northern Cordoba, Andalusia, a significant Roman-era discovery has unveiled 3 lead ingots, shedding light on Roman Empire's extensive lead trade, which some historians link to its downfall. Unearthed during gas pipeline works, the ingots, weighing between 24 and 32 kilos, revealed Cordoba is a major lead smelting center in the ancient world. The 2 ingots bear the mark of Societas Ciasponensis, an ancient Roman mining company, indicating the region's importance in metal exploration. Discovery suggests advanced industrialization in Roman metal production and raises questions about the area's historical significance. It could potentially indicate an ancient mining town with a foundry and a fortress. And that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Are you a long-time listener, long-time hanger around in Spain, want to participate in the show? This is your chance. We're looking for listener anecdotes and tips about living in Spain to share with a community of listeners, restaurant recommendations, tours you've enjoyed, cultural activities. Anything you want to share with us, we'd be happy to hear. Let's chat. Email us at info@rorschach.com with a relevant subject line. Hasta la próxima.